Deep in the currents of time, where the shadows of warriors still whisper through the winds of fate, there lived a man whose life was a canvas of discipline, strategy, and unshakable purpose. His name was Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary swordsman who mastered not only the art of war, but also the art of life itself. Imagine it, a misty dawn over the mountains of Japan, the edge of his sword catching the first rays of the sun, but sharper still was his mind, for he understood that the true battle was not fought against enemies of flesh and blood, but against the fears, distractions, and doubts that lurk within the soul of every human being. Musashi did not leave his mark on history solely for his undefeated duels, but for his profound philosophy of life. He realized that the greatest waste of existence was not defeat in combat, but living without direction, without purpose, without mastery over oneself. Today, his teachings echo through the centuries, guiding us like a beacon in the fog of uncertainty. On this journey, we will explore the principles the legendary samurai left behind as his legacy, so that you too may sharpen your spirit, focus your mind, and walk with determination toward a life of meaning and purpose. So prepare yourself, for what you are about to discover could change your destiny forever. In ancient Japan there lived a remarkable man named Miyamoto Musashi, renowned both as a swordsman and a philosopher. With his mastery of the blade, he carved a legendary path in history, but his impact extended far beyond the battlefield. Musashi's journey was that of both a warrior and a thinker, seamlessly merging the two into a harmonious existence. His swordsmanship was unparalleled, his battles executed with grace and precision. Yet beneath this formidable exterior lay a profound philosophy that shaped his every move. At the heart of Musashi's teachings was a deep belief that true power resides within oneself. He understood that a person's strength does not come solely from external circumstances, but is rooted in the depths of their spirit. This self-sufficiency and inner fortitude were the guiding principles that carried him through life's trials and tribulations. Musashi's philosophy transcended martial arts and extended into everyday life. He emphasized the importance of self-awareness, discipline, and perseverance. By looking inward, he sought to master his own emotions, reactions, and desires, knowing that only by understanding himself could he triumph over adversity. His wisdom was not confined to the battlefield, but echoed through his writings and teachings, becoming a guiding light for generations to come. Musashi's philosophy encouraged individuals to embrace their flaws, learn from their mistakes, and cultivate the inner strength needed to overcome challenges. His journey serves as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us that the true essence of life lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Through his teachings, we learn that every step we take, every decision we make, shapes the path we walk. With unwavering focus and discipline, Musashi's pursuit of self-mastery teaches us to look within and understand our true nature. His philosophy is not just about physical battle, but also about the internal struggle to conquer our fears and insecurities. In today's video, I will discuss 4 key principles from Miyamoto Musashi on how to stop wasting your life. Principle 1. Exist for the good of humanity. Recognize emotions, but do not let them control you. Contribute and make a lasting impact on others. To avoid wasting one's life, Musashi's first principle urges us to exist for the benefit of humanity. This means acknowledging our emotions, but not allowing them to control us. While feelings are natural, they can cloud judgment and hinder progress if left unchecked. By embracing this principle, we strive to contribute meaningfully to the lives of others, leaving a lasting impact. Whether through a kind word, a helping hand, or a grand gesture, every act of generosity matters. A profound example from Musashi's life. One of the most well-known moments of Musashi's life was his legendary duel with Sasaki Kojiro. Kojiro was a skilled swordsman and formidable opponent, known for his exceptional technique with a long sword called the Monohoshi-zao. In 1612, Musashi and Kojiro agreed to duel on Ganryu Island. As the day of the battle approached, Musashi arrived late, leading some to speculate that he did so intentionally to unsettle his opponent. When Kojiro questioned Musashi's tardiness, Musashi calmly replied that he had simply lost track of time in the mist. For the duel, Musashi used an unconventional weapon, an improvised wooden sword carved from an oar. In contrast, Kojiro wielded his signature Mono. Despite facing a highly skilled opponent, Musashi displayed remarkable concentration and inner calm. He refused to let emotions like fear or anger cloud his judgment, relying instead on his training and adaptability. In the end, Musashi's ability to maintain composure allowed him to strike a decisive blow and win the duel. This encounter exemplifies Musashi's adherence to the principle of existing for the good of humanity, recognizing emotions but not being controlled by them. His focus on self-mastery and serving a higher purpose beyond personal glory made him a revered figure, not just for his extraordinary swordsmanship, but also for his wisdom and philosophy on life. By following this path, we discover the profound joy that comes from making a positive difference in someone else's life. When we focus on the well-being of others, we find a sense of purpose that transcends our individual existence. We become part of a collective effort to create a more compassionate and interconnected world. In this journey, we learn to balance self-care with service to others. We understand that by taking care of ourselves, we can better serve those we wish to help. This principle reminds us that our well-being is intertwined with the well-being of those we touch. Ultimately, living for the good of humanity brings a deep sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. It leads to a life rich in meaningful connections and lasting legacies. By embracing this principle, we can transform our lives into a force for good and a beacon of hope in a world often struggling with chaos and uncertainty. Principle 2. Seek what they sought. Emphasizing the understanding of underlying principles, not just imitation. Musashi's principle of seeking what they sought emphasizes the importance of understanding the deeper principles behind someone's actions rather than merely imitating their behavior. A profound example from his life is how he studied various martial arts styles and strategies, not to copy them directly, but to grasp their core principles and adapt them to develop his own unique approach to combat and swordsmanship. By doing so, Musashi became an exceptionally skilled and innovative swordsman, known for his mastery and wisdom in battle. In our relentless pursuit of knowledge, we should not settle for simply copying the actions of those who came before us. Instead, we embark on a journey to understand the very essence of their pursuits. We immerse ourselves in the motivations, beliefs, and values that drove their actions. By seeking to comprehend the underlying principles guiding their path, we gain profound insight into their experiences and the world they lived in. This principle urges us to be more than passive imitators. It calls us to be active learners and critical thinkers. When we analyze the reasons behind their choices, we uncover a wealth of wisdom. We learn from their successes and failures, their triumphs and mistakes. We gain an appreciation for the complexity of their lives and the challenges they faced, helping us navigate our own path more effectively. Furthermore, this approach allows us to adapt and evolve. Instead of being confined to replicating their steps, we develop the flexibility to find solutions to new and unique challenges. We become empowered to innovate and make decisions based on a deep understanding of principles that withstand the test of time. At the core of this principle lies personal growth and authenticity. By engaging with the paths of those who came before us, we discover elements of their stories that resonate with our own aspirations. Through this process of reflection, we uncover valuable insights about ourselves and our ambitions. It encourages us to ask profound questions about our purpose and what truly matters to us. By combining the wisdom of the past with our present authenticity, we cultivate a meaningful and purpose-driven life. We honor timeless principles while forging our own distinctive path, balancing tradition with the embrace of change. Principle 3. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Balancing pleasure with a purposeful life, avoiding excess and short-term gratification. A profound example from Miyamoto Musashi's life illustrates his principle of not seeking pleasure for its own sake. During his early years as a wandering samurai, Musashi faced a turning point that shaped his philosophy. He was challenged to a duel by a skilled opponent known for his flamboyant and pleasure-driven lifestyle. This opponent's martial prowess was fueled by a desire for fame, glory, and fleeting pleasures. In contrast, Musashi embodied a more contemplative approach, seeking mastery in the way of the sword and a deeper understanding of life's purpose. As the duel began, the opponent launched into aggressive and flashy strikes, seemingly reveling in the thrill of the moment. Musashi, however, remained calm and focused, refusing to be drawn into the heat of battle for mere spectacle. With calculated precision and minimalist movements, he disarmed and defeated his opponent, avoiding unnecessary aggression and showmanship. This encounter marked a significant revelation for Musashi. He realized the importance of balancing pleasure and purpose, understanding that fleeting moments of excitement and ego-driven desires were not the path to true fulfillment. Instead, he found contentment and satisfaction in refining his skills, pursuing self-improvement, and seeking enlightenment through the way of the sword. Musashi teaches us the importance of finding a balance between pleasure and living a life with purpose. Instead of indulging excessively in short-term gratification, he urges us to seek fulfillment in meaningful activities. His insights compel us to question our priorities and choices. It is essential to recognize that while pleasure can bring temporary joy, it should not become the sole focus of our existence. Instead, we should strive for a purpose-driven life, where our actions align with our long-term goals and values. This principle draws attention to the dangers of excess, which can lead to empty pursuits and wasted opportunities. It reminds us to be mindful of our actions and avoid getting trapped in a cycle of instant gratification that hinders our personal growth and development. By reflecting on Musashi's teachings, we gain a deeper understanding of how we can make conscious choices to lead a more fulfilling life. By embracing a purpose-driven existence, we can find lasting happiness and satisfaction, investing our time and energy in activities that bring meaning and value to our lives. Principle 4. Have no preferences. Cultivating an open mind, adaptability, and impartiality, embracing change and opportunity with equanimity. A striking example of Musashi's principle of having no preferences is evident in his approach to combat and martial arts. As a legendary swordsman and warrior, Musashi embodied this philosophy through his unique fighting style and adaptable mindset. Throughout his life, Musashi engaged in countless duels and battles, earning a reputation for his unparalleled skill. However, what truly set him apart was not just his technical mastery, but his ability to adapt his techniques and strategies to the ever-changing circumstances of battle. Unlike many warriors of his time, Musashi did not rigidly adhere to a single fighting style or set of techniques. Instead, he believed in the power of flexibility and an open mind, recognizing that no two encounters were the same. He approached each opponent with clarity and impartiality, never making assumptions based on appearance or reputation. Musashi did not allow ego or personal bias to dictate his actions. He adjusted his tactics fluidly, understanding that clinging to a fixed approach would limit his ability to succeed. By remaining free from rigid preferences, he could respond instinctively to the shifting flow of battle, making him an unpredictable and formidable opponent. The power of letting go of bias and expectations. Musashi's wisdom teaches us the value of releasing our personal biases and preconceptions. When we free ourselves from narrow thinking, we open the door to new perspectives, ideas, and experiences. Having no fixed preferences allows us to engage with life with fresh eyes and an open heart, fostering curiosity and growth. This principle also emphasizes the importance of embracing change as an inevitable part of existence. Instead of resisting life's natural shifts, we are encouraged to flow with them, adapting with resilience and grace. This adaptability is key to navigating the unpredictable twists and turns of life. Furthermore, having no preferences means detaching from rigid expectations of specific outcomes. When we free ourselves from attachment to success or failure, we cultivate a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. By embracing the unknown with equanimity, we become more present, focused, and ready to seize opportunities as they arise. Final reflection: integrating Musashi's principles into our lives. In this final segment, we explore the profound teachings of Miyamoto Musashi, distilled into 4 guiding principles that can transform the way we live. Principle 1. Exist for the good of humanity. Acknowledge emotions without letting them control you, and strive to contribute to the well-being of others. Principle 2. Seek what they sought. Focus on understanding the deeper principles behind greatness, rather than simply imitating others. Growth and authenticity are key. Principle 3. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Balance pleasure with purpose, avoiding excess and the fleeting allure of short-term gratification. Principle 4. Have no preferences. Cultivate an open mind, adaptability, and impartiality. Accept change and opportunity with a steady and unwavering spirit. Throughout this journey, Musashi's teachings remind us of the importance of continuous self-reflection. By examining our choices and aligning our actions with deeper values, we gain clarity about our true potential and impact. Passion and sincerity in all that we do are essential to making the most of our existence. As this video draws to a close, it leaves us with a profound invitation to embody Musashi's wisdom, forging a path of meaning, purpose, and mastery. The choice is ours. Will we drift through life, or will we seize each moment with clarity and intent?